and welcome to this week's edition of Motorsports Mania. We're out here today at Falcon Field, hanging out with the first generation Camaro Car Club. Always a great time for sure, but today we got a special treat. Let's catch up with Lance and find out what's going on out here.
Hi, this is Lance Baker. I'm with the First Generation Camaro Car Club of Arizona. We want to welcome you to our car show today in honor of Corporal Jared Foster. Corporal Foster was wounded in Iraq, and he's always had the dream of owning a 1968 Camaro. Well, he bought the Camaro, but our car club is doing the restoration. Little does he know, though, it's kind of a covert operation. But we want to thank some of the people that have supported us. We've had manufacturers from around the world, around the industry, that have offered their support. Recaro seats, for instance, Grant steering wheels, Rockford Fosgate, many, many others.
Thanks a lot, Lance. Really appreciate that great info. Up next, we're going to be hearing from John. The first generation of Camaros here in Arizona, headed up by John Baller. John, tell us a little bit about this Camaro behind us because it's got a very unique story.
Well, this car came to me from an Iraqi veteran who came to me looking for some parts. And when I came to understand what kind of project he was taking on, I decided that I was going to donate my time, labor, and shop to helping him out make this car become a reality. What transpired since then has been this. It started out that we were just going to make him a nice little driver, but when the information got out to other people, everybody became really involved and helped out tremendously. As you can see, a lot of donation and a lot of donated time.
John, I know you got involved in this project for the right reason. How did you meet Corporal Foster?
That's an interesting story. Jared came into my shop some time ago, about 4 months ago, looking for a wheel well for a 68 Camaro. Not having known the boy, I just sold him a fender, and then the following day, he came in again for the second fender, only this day he came in with a walking cane. And the discussion, of course, transpired, and he told me that he had been wounded over in Iraq. He was a Marine, and that he had been wounded in Iraq. And I took it upon myself to realize that the depth and how involved this project was to be with the car that he had bought. The car was a total wreck. And there was no way that he was going to be able to finish it on his own. So I took it upon myself to contact some people in the club, and we went forward to try to put the car together.
John definitely had a whole lot to say for sure, but up next, we're going to hear from his partner, Luis. One of the members that definitely knows the way around a 68 Camaro is Luis here. Luis, when this project came up, what did you first think about it?
I thought I just needed to be part of it. John Baller and Lance approached that the project was going to come. Corporal Foster needed some assistance in building his car and decided to lend a hand. So I lend a hand with the majority of the building, putting all the parts together, making sure that everything, since I've already done my own, I have a 68 of my own. So I know where all the wiring and very familiar with the car itself since I've done mine recently.
That's great. So for all you troops over there in Iraq that are going to be seeing this, and all the motorsports maniacs, let's let Luis take us around his car.
This is my 68 Chevy Camaro. It has it's Daytona yellow, black Super Sport stripes. It's got a 350 engine, 300 horsepower. I've kept it all original, from alternator to power disc brakes. All of that is factory. So that is the engine compartment, but the interior has been completely restored back to original. Also, this is a 4-speed car, original 4-speed transmission. It's got the original 12-bolt posi. It's a 308 posi. This is just a fun vehicle to drive, and it's great on the weekends, gets a lot of attention. I highly recommend somebody just getting a vehicle and completely having fun with it. It's all part of just enjoying life and enjoying a hobby, and this is my hobby. Original factory wheels, and the car is basically back to original as back in '68.
takes a lot of help and a real team effort from people like Lewis to get this kind of a project done. Don't touch that dial. When we come back, we're going to find out what they really started with for this project.